This isn't joke. A current image of you has greatly surprised a few humans because my pricey baby, if you agree within angels, begin this video and watch it absolutely. Angel says this message isn't by coincidence. This is a divine intermediation to your existence in your safety, on your awakening, and for the recovery of what turned into hidden from you. Archangel Michael has advanced with urgency, with his sword no longer in anger, but in defense of your future. He has visible something you have not fully visible yet, something that has reached the throne of heaven. You could have dismissed it. You can have idea it become only a picture, just a moment in time, only a smile captured in a body. However, heaven did no longer dismiss it. Due to the fact that image, the only these days taken of you, has created whispers, shocks, and secret confessions at the back of closed doors. And God says, you deserve to recognize why. There is a thriller surrounding you. You aren't like others. Your face incorporates marks now not of time, however of timelessness. Your soul is ancient, however your appearance has been baffling people. Some said, how is it that they nonetheless appear like this? Is this actual? Some even requested doubtful, did they edit this? This wilt be. However others, those who realize you in spirit, iced make makeup in surprise. Because they saw something divine. They saw something they have been no longer organized to look. A recent photo of you circulated in a non-public makeup, and it sent shivers through a few individuals who had attempted to erase your call from their reminiscence. Considered one of them stared on the picture and commenced to weep. Because they remembered how they once mocked your glow, insulted your voice, and brushed off your goals. However now they see what God is doing through you, and that they can't deny it anymore. They see youth wherein they have to be growing older. They see power in which there should have been exhaustion. They see light wherein there should were dullness. And it is no longer human. It is not herbal. It's divine. Your image has and make up evidence that God is restoring what lifestyles attempted to steal from you. The lines that should have shaped are not forming. The wrinkles that ache attempted to write across your tail aren't visible. Because heaven is reversing the results of the past. And now, a few are afraid. Archangel Michael says, asterisk, this isn't a comic story. Open this right now. Due to the fact if you don't, the ones who are already collecting in opposition to your call will try and twist this divine sign right into a lie, asterisk, they need to mention you've got finished something unnatural. They want to call your blessing a trick. They want to connect disgrace on your glow. But God says, and oh, that glow is my stamp. That face is my canvas. That radiance is my reward for his or her persistence. You didn't thieve this glow. You have been delicate into it. You had been overwhelmed into this splendor. You have been shattered before you had been made complete once more. And now which you're whole, those who desired your brokenness are trembling. Due to the fact your glow is exposing their guilt. God says, I preserved you in mystery. I concealed you in the shadows for a reason. I allow them to think they won. I allow them to snicker. I allow them to stroll away. I even allow them to speak evil of you while you have been still make up. However, now the time of hiding is over. And that image changed into the primary trumpet sound. It turned into heaven's assertion that resurrection has started for your life. There is something deeper you don't know. Someone saw that photograph, and in place of shock, they felt rage. Due to the fact their concept a while became over. They notion that they had buried you beneath enough gossip, enough heartbreak, enough betrayal, enough unhappiness, and enough monetary smash to make you vanish. But you did not vanish. You reappeared, stronger, and that they couldn't cope with it. So now, they're planning. However, this message has come to damn their plan earlier than it starts. God says, be nevertheless and listen carefully. Do not brush this message apart. Do now not say, I'll come back to it later. Because later is probably too overdue. Michael has drawn his sword, no longer for conflict, but for witness. He's status beside you with a e-book of data. Due to the fact every single time you cried and no person noticed it, he did. Every second you felt ugly, unloved, rejected, he saw. Each insult approximately your seams, your frame, your journey, he heard it all. And now he is handing over heaven's correction to folks that sowed shame into your 6-byte F6984 F70C7 AC 4038 C462 A50 Acre 3, you will no longer walk with a bowed head. God says, I am lifting your chin. You will now not cover at the back of filters or doubt your beauty. God says, you are a masterpiece, exactly as your age isn't a curse. It is a document of survival. However, I've preserved you in a manner that makes no sense for your enemies. It is why they are whispering, the person that was maximum bowled over via your image is a person who told others that you would never get better. They stated you will fall into despair and live there. They stated nobody could ever observe you the same again. However, now they are the ones drowning in confusion. Because now not handiest have you recovered, you've got commenced to make up better than they ever imagined. And God says, that's not all. There's greater rising coming, greater reversals, greater unexpected prefer. There is a reason your pores and skin is sparkling and your smile is gentle again. There's a purpose why your presence makes some people uncomfortable now. It is not delight. It is now not arrogance. It's the oil of survival. It is the proof of grace. It's the evidence that what changed into makeup to damage you ended makeup becoming fertilizer in your greatness. Someone from your beyond, likely an ex-lover or ex-friend, noticed your body, saw your pal, noticed your image and had a panic attack. Literally. Due to the fact they realized they gave makeup on a person God never gave makeup on. They noticed your peace and remembered their chaos. They saw your calm and remembered their cruelty. And now they're questioning, did I leave too soon? Did I abandon gold wandering it became dirt? And the solution is, sure. However, God says, do not return to rescue the ones who left you in the course of your trial. Do not provide your new table to folks that spit in your empty plate, there may be some other layer. That picture has reached a person very powerful. A person who's in a role to assist raise your life. They don't even understand your full tale, but, however, something about your face, it stayed with them. Something about your electricity, it moved them. And God says, I am aligning a divine connection because of that photograph. The photograph you almost did not publish. The moment you nearly deleted. It carried an anointing that is unlocking destiny doorways even now, this message is a warning and a confirmation. The warning is, watch who starts evolved acting bizarre around you. The ones who they did not see your image however suddenly make-up remote. They're hiding jealousy, the affirmation is, you've got entered the divine glow makeup that heaven planned lengthy before your enemies planned your downfall. Archangel Michael says, this is your time. Don't waste it looking to explain your glow to folks who have been never meant to recognize it. Do not water it down. Do not make an apology on your radiance. You paid for it with tears. You earned it within the hearth. You survived what most people couldn't, and now your face consists of the mark of a warrior who knows the value of peace. God says, you are not getting old. You are evolving. You aren't fading. You're ascending. You are not alone. You're divinely escorted by means of angels who whisper your name in rooms of effect. A person is about to attain out to you in the subsequent 7 days. They'll mention something small, approximately your image, like you're sparkling or you haven't modified in any respect. However, what they are sincerely looking to ask is, how are you doing this? Don't be brief to reply. Pray before you reply. Due to the fact a few are curious, however others are strategic. A few need to get close to observe you. Some want to get close to copy you. However, one unique soul is being dispatched to bless you. You will experience the difference. God says, count on an email, a message, or a verbal exchange with a view to experience too perfect to be actual. It truly is me. This is my timing. It's my divine intervention being unlocked with the aid of something as easy as a photo. The mild of your face is now a gateway. The glow you bring is not just skin care or suitable lights. It's smiles choose made seen. It is joy restored. It smiles prophecy fulfilled. And this is why they're shaken. They cannot trust a person they discarded has now turned out to be the image of victory. But God says, they didn't select you, due to the fact I failed to allow them to. I had to preserve your splendor for a time when it might be seen no longer as decoration however as assertion. Your face is now a testimony, Archangel Michael says, they will try to screenshot. They'll try and repost, however they will in no way be able to borrow the anointing attached to you, due to the fact your glow isn't for display. It is for future, and so, this is your moment. Now not due to a photograph, however because of what the photograph unlocked. The secrets and techniques, the confessions, the regrets, the jealousy, the divine possibilities, the brand new alignments and the undeniable truth that God never left you. He by no means stopped watching you. And now he's letting the arena see what he continually noticed in you. Do now not worry what's coming next. You may be greater included than ever earlier than. Do no longer reduce when compliments come. Acquire them with grace. Do not doubt the miracles so as to now find you. They may be lengthy late. And when the individual that betrayed you the most sees your glow and sends a message pretending to check in, know that this message already warned you. You owe them not anything. Your beauty isn't always an accident. Your teenagers isn't a mistake. Your presence isn't a thriller. It's far a mirror of the divine in human shape. And irrespective of what number of whispers surround your photograph now, the handiest voice that subjects has spoken, God says, you're selected. You are preserved. You're starting once more, with glory, and Archangel Michael says, if you ignore this once more, I will walk away. I love you an excessive amount of to look at you. Let this moment bypass. Open your eyes. Make upward thrust. Make up now. Take your region. Your glow is your evidence. They cannot deny it anymore. You're the divine exception they never noticed coming, God says. I saw you while you looked at that photograph and doubted yourself for just a moment. You wondered if others might mock you. You thought perhaps you shouldn't have published it. You considered hiding once more. But heaven says that 1 second of braveness has just realigned your existence. That picture, taken in a second, has reached greater people than you comprehend. However, it wasn't the pixels. It was the presence. That glow in your eyes. That subtle calm in your face. That become now not posed. That changed into the end result of each time you survived heartbreak and still selected to love. That changed into the mark of someone who wrestled with grief and still determined the electricity to smile once more. That changed into the visible proof that divine choose does now not want B6 FD 8088 D79 ED 1018 DF 623 D0 B49 E84 E7, permission, or filters. It indicates makeup and it speaks loudly. Archangel Michael is pacing, now not in anger, however in deep alert. Due to the fact a person saw that photo and made a name. The individual they called became no longer makeup posed to recognize about you anymore. They'd moved on, or so they claimed. However, whilst your call came makeup, the room went quiet. And the best things stated become, they're still sparkling. And now, human beings are looking. Someone from your past, someone who deeply wounded you, has now seen what you have make up. And they are shaken. They notion they'd see you defeated. They idea you would age in sorrow. But they were not organized for the version of you that radiates peace. That photograph has begun a hearth in their soul they cannot put out. They dreamt approximately you ultimate night time. They tried to ignore it. However, your face stored returning. Why? Because God is haunting the recollections of individuals who hurt you, no longer to punish, however to warn. You were no longer normal. They mishandled a person's sacred. And now heaven has dispatched this message to make sure you by no means mistake your glow for something small again. That image they noticed, it's not just stunning. It is anointed. It incorporates the oil of every silent battle you received. It includes the heady scent of every closed door you didn't force open. It incorporates the echo of each prayer you prayed whilst no one became round. And this is why it unsettled them. One woman looked at your picture and straight away closed her phone. Her chest tightened. Due to the fact the jealousy she buried lengthy ago came flooding back. She remembered the moment she tried to copy makeup you, to outshine you, to make others neglect you. However, God did not let that work. And now that photo has undone her illusion. Because you have aged backward in spirit and ahead in strength. That glow isn't conceitedness. It's vengeance, but the holy type. It is heaven's manner of saying, this is what I do for those who wait on me. God says, you waited. You persisted. You kept quiet while they lied. You stayed humble at the same time as they laughed. You kept sowing goodness when all you obtained became distance. And now the praise is seen. It is not in what you wear, it is in who you make up. In case you'd want to donate or display your appreciation, you could make up a makeup thanks as much as $100. A person is secretly searching for out what you've been doing. They have searched your name. They have gone via your antique snapshots. They may be trying to determine out the timeline of your transformation. But what they do not recognize is, this didn't make up in a single day. You died 100 small deaths to make up this model of yourself. You buried dreams and resurrected desire. You grieved and grew. You suffered in silence and rose in revelation. And now, your mild is speaking wherein your mouth in no way needed to. Archangel Michael says, your name is rising in non-secular locations. Human beings you have in no way met are dreaming approximately you. Leaders are being stirred. Possibilities are circling you. All due to the fact the divine timing has arrived. That picture wasn't a mistake. It changed into a prophetic signal. The heavens waited for the right moment, and now that moment has come. The person that as soon as shamed you in your looks is now questioning their very own mirrored image. The individual that mocked your voice now replays it secretly. The one who concept you would in no way amount to anything is now comparing their whole existence to the version of you that became hidden. And God says, forestall hiding. You are not made to be invisible anymore. Your season of silence is over. Anticipate this. A stranger is about to method you, online or in character. They will say something vague, approximately spotting you are feeling like they know you. That's not accident. That's religious popularity. Your glow is saying you even if your mouth is silent. Heaven is starting unusual doors. Watch as invites come that make no experience. Watch as human beings begin to honor you for stuff you did not even sell. It really is the energy of fashion. It finds you. But God warns, do not befriend anybody who flatters you now. Some are dispatched. Others are spies. Pray before you join. Parent earlier than you respond. Those who not noted your ick are now trying to look at your peace. However, they cannot make up what was divinely deposited. They can imitate, but they cannot create your form of glow. Due to the fact your glow was earned in hearth. God says, even your enemies will admit, this have to be God. The image they shared to mock you may backfire. Due to the fact because it spreads, it touches hearts in approaches they didn't anticipate. Some who see it'll feel convicted. Others will sense inspired. But the reality is this, heaven is the usage of it. A simple picture has become a scroll. A spiritual assertion. An affidavit of makeup. And now, you need to prepare. Due to the fact humans are going to come back. A few will provide partnerships. Some will offer romance. Some will ask for mentorship. Others will provide structures. However, now not all are sent by means of me. God says, you ought to bear in mind this, just due to the fact they recognize your glow would not imply they deserve your grace. Archangel Michael adds, you are being marked. No longer for assault, however for appointment. You're being ushered right into an area where your face, your essence, your spirit, can be placed in front of kings and choice makers. But the cause it is happening now is due to the fact you are eventually prepared. No longer due to the fact you're perfect, but due to the fact you are validated. Heaven says, the glow others now see is simplest, the start. Wait until they see your anointing completely released. Wait until they hear your voice echo in rooms that once rejected you. A man has been shown your picture, and it disturbed his soul. No longer in lust, but in divine interest. He's linked for your subsequent makeup. He doesn't recognize why he continues deliberating you. However, God is guiding him. When he reaches out, you will feel it for your spirit. It might not experience like flirtation. It'll feel like future. Your photo is now a point of touch. Angels are shifting through it. They're touching hearts, breaking curses, reviving connections. What you concept was a brief moment became surely a seed that has now bloomed. And now, heaven asks one issue of you: don't shrink. Do not minimize your journey. Do now not downplay your radiance. Do not apologize for the divine proof to your existence. They'll talk. Let them. They may speculate. Allow them to. They may try and explain you, but they never knew the rate. God says, smile in peace. Stroll in self-belief. And understand this, your glow is included. The glow on your face is now holy armor. No weapon shaped towards it shall prosper. No curse whispered about it shall stick. No confusion surrounding it shall last. You're stepping into a season where even your silence will communicate louder than their noise. Even your stillness will shift atmospheres. Even your image will damage generational chains. You aren't simply glowing. You are glorifying God. And that is why nobody can dim you. They attempted, and heaven laughed. They gossiped, and heaven anointed. They screenshot, and heaven sanctified. You are not who they stated you have been. You are who heaven has discovered you to be. And Archangel Michael says, if you ever doubt again, recollect this message. Consider who stood through you in silence. Keep in mind who included you on your most unphotogenic moments. I saw it all.